Did you know that in the original script of Home Alone, there was actually a secret mastermind behind everything? It was Kevin's cheap, short-tempered Uncle Frank. In that early version of the story, Frank was secretly the boss of these two. He was the one who planned the whole thing, deliberately threw away Kevin's plane tickets so he'd be left behind, and even ordered the two guys to unlive Kevin. But writer-producer John Hughes later felt that idea was way too dark for a Christmas family movie, so the whole plotline was cut. And when it came to choosing the director, Hughes already had someone in mind right after he finished the script: Chris Columbus. They had worked together before, and Columbus was the writer of The Goonies. He'd also directed several successful kids' films, so he clearly knew how to handle that warm, family-friendly tone. But when it came to casting, things got complicated. For the role of Kevin, Hughes strongly recommended Macaulay Culkin. The two had already worked together in 1988, and Hughes basically wrote the script with Culkin in mind. Director Columbus, however, refused to just take the producer's pick. As a director, he insisted on choosing the lead himself. So without even meeting Culkin, he launched a massive audition process. More than 300 child actors tried out, and somehow, none of them felt right. Eventually, Columbus gave up and thought maybe he should at least meet the kid Hughes suggested. With just one audition, Culkin won over the director's heart. He had the innocence, the charm, and surprisingly solid acting skills. He was basically the perfect Kevin. Casting the burglars wasn't easy either. For the short burglar Harry, Columbus originally wanted a serious dramatic actor to make the villain feel more intimidating. His first choice was Robert De Niro, but he said no. Then he asked Al Pacino, also a no. To be fair, that was a bit ambitious. The entire movie's budget was about $18 million, so getting those guys to play a comedy-side villain was pretty unlikely. So the director gave in and tried a comedy actor, Rowan Atkinson. But that didn't work either. His Mr. Bean image was just too iconic. Funny, yes, but basically zero intimidation. Finally, the role went to Joe Pesci, who was famous for playing mobsters. Surprisingly, he actually agreed. And for burglar number 2, Marv, Pesci personally recommended his friend Daniel Stern. Another really memorable casting choice was Devin Rottray, who played Kevin's bully brother Buzz. His performance was so convincing that after the movie came out, a reporter once asked him, "What do you think Buzz would grow up to be?" Rottray joked that he'd end up in prison. And weirdly enough, 31 years later, in 2024, he was actually sentenced to 3 years of probation in real life. There were also some wild ideas in the early storyboard. Originally, Kevin's house was supposed to become almost magical in his dreams. Toys would walk around the house, and the basement furnace would grow 4 legs and chase Kevin through the rooms.